Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I'd get open for business here, but I'm actually not in the man cave. So for the next few days, it's going to be a little bit of rest and relaxation. I'm at one of my daughter's houses, or one of my daughter's house. They just bought this house, and it looks brand new. The amazing thing is this house was actually built in 1907 and was completely renovated. It's amazing how you can take something that just is worn down, falling apart and everything else, and turn it into something wonderful. But that's what hard work will do. And that's one of the things that I enjoy doing. I used to buy houses that literally were falling to the ground. Houses that had been abandoned, houses that nobody else wanted to, and take the house that still had good bones, rip out all the old plaster and everything else, all the old wiring, all the plumbing and stuff, and end up putting in there all new stuff, and basically you end up with a house that's got charm like it originally had, but looks and feels brand new. It's a great way of keeping from wasting things. And speaking of wasting things, it was 25 years ago today, after the Dallas Cowboys having the best defense in football, #1 ranked defense, winning back-to-back Super Bowls with a team that was young, hungry, and just incredible. You had a Michael Irvin. Thoughts and prayers for Michael Irvin having the biopsy on his throat for cancer. Hopefully it's not cancer. Hopefully it's just a bad sore throat or yelling at Stephen A. Smith too much. But you had Emmitt Smith behind that offensive line, the original Great Wall of Dallas, and Troy Aikman being one of the most accurate passers in football, having a team of destiny. But it was 25 years ago that the course of history changed for the Dallas Cowboys. And that was Jerry Jones calling Barry Switzer and saying, "You interested in coaching the Dallas Cowboys?" And Switzer said, "I didn't know the job was open. Call me when it is." And the next day, he called him back to say the job is open. That's when Jerry Jones figured his ego was bigger than the team. That he wanted credit and to prove to everybody that he was the man who built the Dallas Cowboys. That he should get all the credit, all the glory, and put himself above the team. We won another Super Bowl the year after. I won't say it was because of Barry Switzer, and no disrespect to Barry Switzer, but Barry Switzer was not the same as Jimmy Johnson. They won that Super Bowl not because of Barry Switzer, but in spite of him. And you could look back and say that that was a team that Jimmy and Jerry built, because make no mistake about it, Jerry, you got all the credit in the world for taking that fixer-upper. That fixer-upper that was literally losing millions every single month. Just like this house that was falling to the ground. That somebody had the foresight to say, I see beyond what's broken. I see what it can become. And as a CEO and a GM or an owner, it's not your place, and this is hard for me because I'm a worker bee. It's not your place to do all the work. You don't have to know how to make the sausage. Your job is to get the guy who knows how to make the sausage in position to make the sausage. That's what the CEO, the owner, the head honcho, the head guy in charge should do. And you've done that with Will McClay. You've done that with Chris Richard. But boy, what it might have been had you and Jerry stayed together. Excuse me, you and Jimmy stayed together for a few more years. And I think as time has gone by, you're slowly learning that lesson. Make no mistake about it. Every move you make in the NFL is a gamble. I don't care if it's a play being called. I don't care if it's about a coach you hire. I don't care if it's about a draft pick. I don't care if it's about a guy that you decide to pay. Everything is a complete unknown. The Green Bay Packers lucked out when they signed Reggie White. Reggie White was the piece that brought that defense together and got them that Super Bowl with Brett Favre. The Redskins thought they had that piece where they had a really good defense and thought getting Albert Hainsworth and his push up the middle would change that defense to make them even better. And it blew up in their face. You can look at a guy like Ryan Leaf, who had a cannon of an arm, and they looked at him and said he's got a big upside and he's going to be a great quarterback. And he ends up being a bust. And then you look at somebody like Tom Brady, who looks like a ball boy has gotten on the field for a workout at the combine, become the only player with 6 Super Bowl rings. Everything's unpredictable. You can go through and you can pay a Des Bryant and end up having him injured the next 3 years and not get a return on him. Or you can bring in a free agent like Peyton Manning and end up winning a Super Bowl. You don't know what you don't know. And herein lies where we are with DeMarcus Lawrence. And as we look at teams that go through and they've paid a lot of money for guys, how often has it actually panned out and worked? Track record is actually not good. But you look at what you'll do without. And this is and lies the whole problem. In the same way that Jerry ego got in the way and couldn't work out with Jimmy Johnson, and figuring that Barry Switzer was just as good. In a way, it kind of blew up in his face, because here we sit, all these years later, without being at the Super Bowl. Cowboys thought they had a deal with DeMarcus Lawrence at the Combine for about $20 million. The agent wants 22 and a half. What this kind of reminds me of is the situation with the Seattle Seahawks and Earl Thomas. Cowboys were offering a 3. Nope, that's not good enough. We want a 2. They offer the 2. No, we want a 1. And the Cowboys figured, you know what? I'm done. I don't know where this goes. I really don't. I really don't. You want them ready for training camp. You want them to play lights out. But you don't want it to blow up in your face. Now, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to enjoy my coffee. As always, friends, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Don't forget, Sunday we're going to be over at the CSA show with the Dak Prescott shirt to present to Dak Prescott. Stand Up for Cancer. Go through And if you can, make a donation to Dak Prescott's cause. Um, Everybody who follows Joe Boo Sports Report, actually all you have to do is let me know that you donated, and if you do Facebook, you can see your profile picture, and if you're a friend of mine, it'll show up there. I know Ray's done it. I know Miss Jackie's done it. I know Lee's done it. I know Joseph Hartley. There's about 6 or 8 of you. So all of the people who donate to the cause, and it doesn't have to be a lot. I don't care if it's $2 or $5 or something. Cancer is a mother, and we got to try and do everything we can to try and prevent the next person from getting it. I'm going to get a Power 4 shirt autographed this weekend, and we're going to give it away to one of you guys. So as always, friends, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. And I'll see you guys later.